Joining us now is a man who's in the Texans Ring of Honor. He's a 7-time All-Pro. I think he's 11th all-time in the NFL's history for receiving yards and touchdowns. This year, he is a Hall of Fame finalist. About damn time. I was very lucky to be a teammate with him. What a legend. What an icon. In Houston, he has a club, a sports bar, 80 Club, I believe is what it's called, a sports bar that you need to go to. And on December 31st, he and the Houston Texans will be collabing on some merch that'll be available at NRG Stadium. We're talking big brain. We're talking massive hands. Yeah. And a big bomb if you want some. Cortland Finnegan. Ladies and gentlemen, Andre Johnson. How you doing, man?
What's up, man? What's going on?
Hey, congrats on the Hall of Fame finalist.
Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Well-deserved. Obviously, a long time coming. You and Reggie Wayne both going same time, Miami boys. I think this is a very remarkable thing. Is this something you put high on your checklist? Was this something that you dreamt about, thought about, or would you have been torn either way if it ended up not happening?
I think it's more once my career was over. I didn't really think about it when I was playing. I think when my career was over, I just kind of looked at my stats and things I had accomplished, and I was just like, damn, I really got a good chance at making it in the Hall of Fame. But that was never a goal of mine when I came into the NFL.
Well, I think whatever your goal was, whenever it came into the NFL, there's no way that you didn't exceed it. Mm-hmm. I mean, every time you play in Houston, what do you got? J.J. Watt and who? Andre. Mm-hmm. That is literally the team that took guys that built the Houston Texans. And then when you came to the Colts, bro, everybody loved you. Did you feel that whenever you were in Indy? And is that how it was everywhere you went?
Well, I had a relationship with a lot of the guys there through Reggie and Edrin. And so it was comfortable for me. Coach Pagano was there, Coach Szczynski, all those guys. Coach Pagano recruited me to Miami. Coach Pagano was like family to me. So that made it so much easier for me to come to Indy. That's why there was no hesitation for me coming there. I didn't even take another visit after I visited Indy.
Well, Coach Pagano was here, actually, Andre, and I know he got all excited, almost emotional while you were saying that. Chuck, one of the guys you recruited out of high school is now a Hall of Fame finalist. Good eye, Chuck. Yeah. Good eye.
It was easy. Anybody could have found this dude. He was special, man.
What was it like in high school going whenever you were recruiting Andre Johnson?
It was awesome, man. Miami High. That was incredible. What was our head coach's name down there? My good buddy.
Coach Dahn.
Yeah.
Coach Dahn.
Yeah, he was incredible. I just remember, when we came, I tried to warn Butch, how quiet you are, and you don't say a whole lot. And you remember that home visit, right? And kind of take us through that a little bit to tell the boys and everybody watching the program right now kind of how that initial home visit went when I brought Coach over.
Yeah, Butch Davis was just like, he don't really say much. So it was like, I was just really sitting there just listening, and they're trying to pull things out of me to get me to talk, and I'm just kind of sitting there we used to have this huge beanbag in the living room, and I just would sit on the beanbag and just sit there and just listen to the coaches, let them talk, and say whatever they had to say, but Butch was a little worried because Butch couldn't get nothing out of me when he was there at the house.
So is that just how you've always been? Because, you talked in the locker room amongst, you weren't obviously the most vocal guy, but you did talk. You're friendly with everybody. Always been quiet? That's just kind of who you are and who you have been?
Yeah, it was just more of me being comfortable with you. When I'm comfortable around a person, it takes me to be around a person a few times before I open up and really start talking to them.
So do you hate this entire process here of this Hall of Fame shit? Because you're going to have to talk to a lot of people, I think. You know what I mean? I think it's going to have to happen.
No, I can't hate this. This is, being a chance to be in football heaven. So I'll do all the talking they need me to do.
All right, well, it's a celebration of you, man. You've earned it all. Go ahead, AJ.
Andre, I'm curious about what was your off-season workouts like? And I asked that because I remember the clip of Devontae Adams talking about running full-speed routes in the off-season. He was kind of not knocking, but saying, guys want to show these sweet clips, going through the ladder and showing how sweet their feet are. And he was saying, no, go run full-speed routes, cutting in and out of breaks and everything. Do you agree with that? And what did your off-season kind of look like?
Yeah, so, at the time I came in the league, we had a lot of guys from Miami that was in the league at the time, and we all would meet. We had a certain date that we all would meet at the University of Miami and start training together. So you can imagine, you having 20, 30 guys that are all in the NFL, and we were competing against each other every day. So I don't care if we were out there playing, just playing basketball or whatever it was, like everything was a competition. So, I mean, you had guys that were playing at the highest level in the NFL and you were competing against them every day. There's a video that circulates too with me, Chad, Santana, Antonio Brown when he was a rookie. We would all get together and do field drills at Moore Park. So those were some of the things we did, because we had a lot of guys that were from Miami that was just that were in the NFL.
That obviously hasn't changed. South Florida has a great representation across the entire NFL. Always will. That is just something that is a part of the football culture. But what you're talking about there with 20, 30 guys going back working out at the same time, it's well documented. There's obviously 30 for 30s about it. There's folklore about it. And there's dreams and fantasies that it'll happen again. Like, when? Do we think? Do we think Miami's coming back? Do we think the U's coming back ever, Andre? Where are we at in the belief percentage of the U coming all the way back?
Nah, I definitely believe it'll be back. Just looking at the kids now that are staying home, I think a lot of the kids were leaving. I think even Chuck can say this. When I was coming out, my class was the first class where we got all our scholarships back. And everybody that signed with us that year were pretty much from South Florida. It may have been only a couple guys that wasn't from South Florida. So I think when we're able to get the guys from home, we're able to be successful. And that's what Coach Cristobal is doing right now.
Coach Cristobal needs to find that guy that went up going to jail.
Yeah, come on.
They need to find another one of those guys.
Yes.
The yachts and thoughts. Yeah, know what I'm talking about, Andre.
Yeah.
We've all, 30 for 30s on that. Mm-hmm. And NIL's legal now. That guy was just ahead of his time.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
That guy was way ahead of his time. Another team that seemingly all the way back is a team that you're very closely affiliated with, and obviously a city that you're very tight with. Do you still work with the Houston Texans? And how do you feel about what D'Amico's been able to do? Now, granted, without CJ last couple of weeks, whatever. But the future seems very bright down there. Are you around a lot? Are you in the building? What is your kind of day-to-day with the Houston Texans?
Yeah, I'm just more on the corporate side. Just going to a lot of dinners, shaking hands, kissing babies, things of that nature. But I go out to practice some days and watch practice and things like that. But the energy here, I've been to every press conference here, except for Dahn Capers and for every coach that was hired. And when D'Amico was hired here, I've never seen a press conference like that here in Houston. You had so many people, former players. The whole city was excited, and we knew what type of coach we were getting once he was hired.
Yeah, and it's paying off. I mean, CJ Stroud seems to be the guy. There was conversations. I don't know if you kept up with all of it during the offseason. We had to because we're day-to-day in the sports world. They made up some tests that mattered all of a sudden. Remember?
Oh, yeah.
We just learned this Q17.
S2.
There it is.
Cognitive
The S2 17 test. CJ Stroud, worst scorer of all time. It's like, well, we didn't know this test even existed. Long time. This guy's dumb. That's what they were saying about it. It's like, what are we talking about? And then he steps in there, seems to be the smartest rookie to ever play quarterback in the history of the game. What a home run with D'Amico. Love everything about Houston. Got people fantasizing potentially about. Go ahead, Tom.
Yeah, Andre, let's be honest. And I know you talked to him, so you could be honest with us too.
Because he lies.
Yeah, he does lie. He lies right to our face. But soon as the Texans clinch the playoffs, J.J. Watt's coming back that week, right?
I don't know. Why would I share that with you guys?
Whoa! Hey, we're talking. Nobody knows.
Nobody's watching.
We're just talking.
Pat, you ask. He knows you. He's not going to talk to me.
Well, yeah, you're right. It's going to take a couple times to talk to you, I guess. But he literally just told us that. But, JJ's lying to us.
Yes,
you know what I mean?
That's right.
He's lying to us. He's in a gym right there with Brad as if he was in high school again.
Yeah.
Tested his conditioning a couple weeks ago.
He's in the building a little bit too much as if he's a player. And then Andre, in a little bit, wait a second. It seems like the big whites may be back.
You never know with JJ, man. he's a guy who's always working out and taking care of his body. So you never know what can happen with him.
That's the shit he's saying.
Yeah.
That's the same shit D'Amico. Remember, D'Amico?
Oh, yeah.
Like, we'd welcome JJ back in any
We'll take
fucking
him.
capacity.
Open arms.
He was. It's like, wait a minute, and he's still training,
Yes.
as if went down to Cush's house. Was like,
Yep.
Cush, maybe we get some of that Russian gas.
Test it out.
Look at this fucking guy.
Yeah.
Look at this thing.
I think so.
That's recent?
No, I think it looks like summer.
That was like a week ago.
That
Oh,
was like
still,
summer
I mean.
life. Just a thirst trap, though. I mean, he posted it. He just wanted to let people know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Wanted to let people know.
Dad bods, huh?
Yeah, absolutely.
That was the captain.
Andre, what does the next couple weeks look like here for you? And obviously with this Hall of Fame stuff, feeling pressure, will think about it, won't think about it, we'll talk about it when it comes up. How do you handle all this, you think?
Man, to be honest, I don't really talk about it much. I'll talk about it only when people ask me about it. I don't really, I always tell people it's out of my control. I can't go out there and catch another touchdown. I can't catch another pass. So, I'm sure it'll be brought up a lot now, because the finalist list came out again. So that's the only time I really talk about it. Other than that, I'm just waiting and sitting patiently to see if it happens.
Have you pieced together what the party will look like in Kent if it happens? Who's performing, what's going on? Miami, a lot of connections. A lot of connections down there.
Yeah, no, I really haven't thought about that yet. But
in your head, though, you just thought of.
Yes.
Yeah, right there, we just saw it. Yeah, I hope it gets to happen.
I just had a.
What was it? Just so we know. You can say it.
I was thinking about Rick Ross.
Hey, he's working out right now, too. I don't know if you see.
Yeah.
He's on that big estate that he has. He's got car shows. He's talking his shit, and he's working out right now.
Oh, yeah.
He might be able to go 4 or 5 hours. A couple Miami. You and Reggie both go in.
Man.
Ricky Ross will be losing his mind in Canton, Ohio. Whew. We can't wait for that. We wish you nothing but luck. Congrats on all the success on everything. Can't wait to get to the Sports Bar 80. I've been watching some. It looks like a great time. That looks like a great time. Do you hang out there much? Yeah, obviously.
Not as much. In the beginning, I did, but not as much now.
Yeah, I don't know how much you're getting done. You hang out there too much. You know what I mean?
True.
But certainly a place you need to stop by. Good luck with the merch and good luck with the Hall of Fame, Andre. We appreciate the hell out of you.
Thank you. I appreciate it, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, Houston Texans legend, Hall of Fame finalist, Andre Johnson.
Yeah, Andre.
You remember when he just beat the shit out of Cortland Finnegan?
Oh,
and
yeah.
everybody that knew him was like, that is very out of character.
Yeah.
Something had to happen. Cortland had to be doing something. And I was like, maybe. But what we found out was like, maybe should be. I mean, he
Oh, yeah.
handled.
Yes.
Big time.
Got his helmet off.
Bang. I knew Cortland, too. I got a chance to chat with him every single time we talked. Great personality.